Hi, welcome to the Deadset show. And sometimes we're fucking stupid and we don't click record. So this is the second opening for this show.
Even if you've tuned in, thank you. But yeah, sometimes we fall short. We fall short.
Yeah, we make
Well,
we
I
make some
fall short.
mistakes.
I made some mistakes.
Hey, you're taller than me.
You could kick my ass, dude. You're a kick, dude.
No, but you said you fall short.
Oh right, I thought we were like starting to do. See, this is the man brain. This is what happens as soon as we go into like height and fucking weight shit. We're like, what are we gonna like? Are we thinking of fighting or like whatever? What the
Yeah, no, it's just a couple of blokes here.
Just
It's
a couple of
blokes.
couple of
This
Aussie
is the
blokes.
Deadset show. I am Jax. That is Duffy's. We sort out some difficult things such as politics and religion and social commentary. We watch
Yeah.
some videos.
touchy subjects that some people aren't willing
Yeah.
to sometimes say because maybe it might cause
Yeah,
a bit of
yeah.
discourse.
Why are
and-
we lying? We drink beers and talk shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
we do that.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Duffy's doesn't drink as many beers and doesn't talk as much shit.
Yeah,
but
it's hard.
I
It's
just talk
hard.
shit.
It's hard for me to sometimes restrain in certain situations because it's like
I am a bad influence.
but it is very hard for me to restrain because I'm like, I grew up in a household where like swearing was like every third word, so I've got to
Swearing's fucking great.
yeah, right. But I can't. For me as a Christian, it's very hard for me. I get. I feel, what's the word? It's not shame.
See,
Some
I
sort of
think
shame.
swear words used to emphasize hurt on people can be like if you use that
Yeah,
if you use that
hurtful.
non-sparingly, that's rough.
Emphasizing,
But
I could understand, but still, I feel convictions even if I say a swear word. So I try to be very careful with it. But last episode, which we've had to put on Rumble, it was I'll admit, I fell short. I fell absolute short.
it's all right. I drank like 4 soda waters on that stream.
Watch your profanity. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Davey.
Yeah.
And Davey
yeah.
also did say as well that it was Jack stupid and bad faith, which was what you said at the end of last.
He got us in the then the 0.82 episode. I don't know what we're gonna call it. I don't know. It's the
whatever this
non-recorded
is,
bit.
it's
yeah. Whatever. But we'll figure it out later. Thank you,
Deadset.
Davey. Thank you, Davey. Yeah, we're gonna continue to watch this absolute bumbling fucking lunatic Naima get roasted. Just get obliterated without any effort, just literally by asking her to explain her own logic. It's extremely infuriating to watch her dance around questions, but it's also kind of funny to watch her get pointed out with
Well,
how fucking dumb she is.
She's a voice for the left, as she so proclaims. So if you're left leaning, would you say that she's a good voice for your policies? Like
Yeah.
I want to maybe you will say maybe she's making a fool out of herself too, which I really hope so in general thinking, but I'm wrong. I could be wrong very easily in that aspect.
Hey,
because
if you think she's right and he's wrong and we're wrong, just let us know in the comments. I'm
wanna
not gonna
know.
bite. I
Yeah.
might tell you you're
Let's
a
just-
fucking idiot, but people definitely said worse things to you in school. That's why you're so fucking retarded now.
Let's
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Shout out Copacabana sellers.
absolutely
Drink responsibly.
drink responsibly. Thank you, Simon. You're a legend.
Shout out Simon. Shout out Davey. Shout out.
Shout out. We've had Nick tune in too a lot of the time
Yeah,
as well. Shout
yeah.
out Nick if you're
Yep.
watching. Shout out to Nick. Shout out Shannon. Love you, Shannon. You're a
Mwah.
G.
And,
Using one of your mic arms right now, and your mic is going to be very useful in upcoming episodes because we're going to have multiple people
Yep.
on. We're getting more seats.
Yeah, there'll be more seats coming on soon.
Yeah.
Send me all of your money so that I can buy more things for the show.
Yeah, no. I will try to be. I'll try to humble it and be like, I mean, that's all it is because we want to start a Patreon.
Yeah, we'll start soon. One
And
thing
we
that
want
we
to
are going
shout
to
you
do.
guys out as well in that thing. If you want a voice, you want to be heard, you want to be shout out, you want to be known. What the more we build this platform up, Jax really wants to say that
there's a good thing we're going to put just for our we're going to start a thing every sort of, I don't know, we'll do half year sort of thing, something like that. We'll have our
3
first
to
ones come out
6.
soon.
Yeah,
We're going to have the Deadset shirt series 1 coming out. What we will have is a logo for the hosts of the show. We're also going to put in our fans of the show on the shirt. So if you'd like to donate to the Patreon when it comes out, then I'll ask you for some details as well, and you'll be able to, yeah, have a little kind of signet on the shirt amongst the crowd of our fans that
yeah,
comes out. I won't spoil too many details. It's gonna be fucking cool.
yeah.
You'll
We'll
like it.
definitely
You will like it. You will enjoy it.
yeah.
Yeah, but that'll be out soon.
And
Or I
anything
might
that
just
gets,
spend your money on more beers.
hey,
No, it's
well,
alright.
I was gonna say
seller's got us
he's
covered.
joking.
The
But
seller's got us covered.
But I
We're
was,
fine.
yeah, like we want to, if anything that comes in from what we make from the show, we're going to use strictly to improve the show. Because at the end of the day, like we are just a couple of blokes working full time who would, sort of just trying to make a living in this day and age.
Yeah.
And if there is any of those profits, we can still make a living with our own incomes regardless. So any of those will just go back into the quality of the show. It is
Yeah.
it's
There's a few things on the tick board. We're gonna have a Discord that'll also have progress towards this that will show like display of the Patreon, or whatever, GoFundMe thing, whatever we're gonna do. Yeah. So we'll have a bit of a checklist of things that we're going towards on that too, so you know exactly what your money's going towards.
Yeah.
But yeah, any donators are gonna be able to have a part in being on the first series shirt in some way or form.
Yeah. No,
So
we want everyone to be involved and like
yeah, the fans are part of the show. It's a free
yeah,
speech show.
exactly
If
right.
you're part of the conversation, you're part of the show.
And we sort of just want to be that Australian vessel to be able to do so because I mean one thing that is heavily inspired us is Charlie Kirk. And
Yep.
if you have had your contentions, maybe there is people out there, of course there's people out there who say they have their disagreements with Charlie Kirk, but we really wanted to like after what happened with Charlie, that that voice is still going to be carried on through his legacy, and a lot of people looked up to him. And the thing is, we want to make it so at least the people in Australia who are seeing all this influence can have a voice of what's going on because we all have something to say.
Yeah.
Whether or not it could be true or not, we all have an opinion, and we want to make sure that we're figuring out these opinions into facts when we, fact check these things on the show as well. And we just want to have a conversation where we can actually have a conversation without insulting each other. Because as soon as you go into insults, like it's not a debate anymore. We're just trying to be assholes, right? So yeah, that's sort of our goal. We do really have big appreciation for what Charlie Kirk left as his legacy.
Mm-hmm.
We will never be able to, I will never say we'll be able to follow those footsteps to the absolute certainty of how Charlie Kirk did because he's an amazing individual. And I think, he's one in 8 billion. There's not really anyone else like him, exactly like him, who did the things that he did. But we were very inspired, and he did leave a light on the world that I think a lot of people.
Yeah, he started a movement to stop the ridiculousness happening in America, and I think to some degree it needs to happen here.
Yep.
I don't think we have anyone that's gives a fuck at the moment. They had somebody in America that was young that gave a fuck that pushed towards something. We don't have that.
We don't have it. We don't in Australia. Like we don't. And Australian politics, a lot of, especially New South Wales, I feel like a lot of people can agree that it gets very corrupt.
Oh, it's massively corrupt because it's all old people, and the younger generation doesn't know. It's too difficult to understand. They're flooded with too many things about American politics and socials, which just completely ruins any chances of you understanding how Australian politics works and functions as it is today. So, all I can say is, a revolution is coming.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think it's just where silencing him has only grown the fruits of what he lived for and strived for.
Yep.
To be honest, and I think a lot of men feel that inherently within them, and women too. Like I think if you on the side of understanding and trying to love another, even despite our different opinions, at least get in on board on not emotionally trying to ruin someone's like what's the word? Like they're trying to ruin their position in life just by calling them fascist or racist or this or anti. Like oh you're sexist. Like everyone's like, I just see the left diagnosing the right without they don't even know the definitions of these diagnoses. It's just like why just
Bring back the
united
punch
we
in the face
stand,
rule.
divided we fall, and look how poorly everything is falling. Like we need to have a conversation that can actually come with respect and understanding, and maybe it's I think people find it really hard to say I'm wrong. I was wrong.
Yep. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, man.
Well, yeah. Sorry. I'm not here to be loved. I'm here to tell a lot of you you're wrong. So we'll get to that in time.
Shall we continue?
Yeah. Let's get going. Let's watch this fucking
You
idiot get demolished.
define morality.
It doesn't matter. You have to give me a
I'm not
coherent
gonna-
definition of
I'm
rights.
not going to give you a definition.
Then we
of
can't
rights
go anywhere
until
with
you define-
rights unless you tell me what they
I
are.
already gave you a definition of
It's an
rights.
incoherent definition.
Andrew, it's the definition that is generally agreed upon by Merriam-Webster and Oxford Dictionary. That is the definition of rights. It is literally the definition of right.
And are they preferences?
Who gives a fuck?
I
What
give
is
a fuck.
morality? What is morality?
Preferences.
You think that morality is solely based on personal preference?
Yes.
So something is morally good if you want to do it.
Yes.
That's what you believe.
Yes. What
Okay.
else could it be?
So if you wanted to punch Brian in the face, you really, really wanted to just punch Brian in the face.
Yeah.
Sorry to use you on this part.
Yep.
But if you really wanted to, you believe that that would be a morally justified act.
For me, yes.
Okay, so if someone really
But it wouldn't be
wanted
for
to,
him because he has a different set of preferences, you see.
Yeah.
Okay. So you define moral. So then what happens in that? How do we decide if it's moral or immoral?
Through collectivization.
So so your definition.
Just mind you, by the way, if you're not following, he's acting her part right now, and she's trying to dismantle her part in argument. So it's like she's arguing with herself. He's doing that blatantly. If you understand what he's doing, you'll know. If you know, you know, right? But because she has no idea that she's just arguing against herself, because her morality isn't
Yeah.
foundational.
She's
It isn't
just going
foundational.
circular. He's making the argument because she's saying that what he's saying is rights don't exist, and she's saying, well, no, they do exist. They're inherently a thing, and he's saying, where are they? And she's saying, well, they're this structure, this thing made that we have them, and he's saying, okay, so it's subjective. So it doesn't actually exist as a subjective thing. And she's saying, no, it's subjective. And he's saying, well, what do you ground that in? How is it subjective? And she's saying, in morality. And
He
he's
goes,
saying,
"What's
what's that based in?
Yeah, good.
And she can't fucking answer.
it. Yeah.
That's all it is. She
That's-
just,
yeah,
every time
can't
it goes
answer.
back to that, she just goes back to, so you don't think there's rights, or so you don't believe there's like inherent morals, or so you justifying slavery, or there's just any fucking thing she can say to divert off of this, she
See,
will.
And this is the thing is as well. This is why I respect you a lot, Jax, is because you do understand the concept of good and evil very clearly. And I think a lot of people, perhaps on that more right, like I wouldn't say you're either right or left, but I would say, there is agreeable things that we have on the right that it's, I think, easily it is just, it's one of those things where, like, we do see these good and evil, but where does that come from? And I guess that's what he's arguing. But and you do believe in something of the divine, and I think that's close enough, right? Like that's close enough. Of there is a divinity of good and evil, and we see it.
I think that's probably the point of life. People say, what's the meaning of life? And I say to figure out what's right and wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like that's the best way to is to literally figure out how to be. Like, I think the point of life is to try and aim towards being the person that could be the answer to everybody's questions on morality. And if you seek that in your life, if you try to seek towards being the person who's ends up being on the moral high ground in every decision they make, you'll find you have less regrets in life. You'll find that the people around you are treated fairly and then therefore learn from you and treat you fairly and others fairly, hopefully, and it just ends up in a continuation of good. I think if everybody's goal was to figure out what was right, not to like prove that their morality is right. No, that's not the point. It's not to try and prove to everyone that I'm the rightest, I'm correct. It's to aim towards learning what is right and wrong. It's to aim towards understanding good and understanding evil.
And we've got to understand our shortfall too, is that we will fall short in thinking that these things are good. Like,
that's why you have to remain
how could you
open.
say, yeah, like in things like, you know, when you're trying to learn and you're still, you know, young and there's a lot of different roadblocks that come ahead. If you just blatantly go with your feelings, guess where you will lead? You will lead depressed, you will lead anxious. And then what will you rely on? The medical companies to make you feel better because you can have some pills that will make you, you know, make you feel more dead so you don't have to think as much. And then you just, you're a husk of your former self. Maybe, just open that mind a bit and start moving. You might feel a bit better. I promise you. It's the easiest way of like getting out of that rut is just keep moving.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Look, and I think everybody like innately to some degree goes towards that. It's why we like movies so much because there's always like the
story,
protagonist
there's a
and the
climax,
antagonist. There's always a thing. Everyone's
yeah.
always seeking that to some degree. Everyone's always seeking some story, and sometimes life is like for me. Sometimes life is too bleak because there's no fucking dragons I can hunt.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Dragons,
I
man.
want a sword, and I want to
same
go out
here.
into the wilderness and have monsters that
And
I
like
can fight. I want
sacrifice
to
myself for the greater good of a village or something and be like, no, I got this.
Oh, I ain't
like,
being sacrificed. I'm fucking living to 100. I'm fucking.
Maybe I like the idea of sacrifice a lot, but that's.
I'm fighting dragons till my legs don't work.
That's awesome.
But
But that's cool, right? Like, if you're a guy, like, I'm not trying to be exclusive to guys when it comes to this show, but if you're a guy, like, that's kind of cool, right? Like, it's sort of like, yeah, I'd do that, like, in a heartbeat. It's so like, there's something about that, and
if you wouldn't, there's
unfortunately, I
something
think
wrong with you.
most girls won't be in that mindset, but that's just how guys are. We are wired different. We are just wired different. There's a different, and we have our traits above each other. We're still equal in the eyes of God, and I believe that. But we have our strengths, and when we just start abandoning those strengths, I think it honestly just it turns into a society in which is Western society.
See, my strengths are battle tactics.
Yeah, but that's cool, right? Like, that just covers, like, that just ticks the box.
That's why I'm
protector,
not. But
right?
it's why I'm not too bad at debate and talking now, even as someone who hasn't like exclusively or like intensively studied debate or done anything like that. I understand the concepts of it. I've found it a lot. Like I've done my own little bits of research and that. I used to debate when I was younger. It's just I as much as I want there to be dragons, I understand also there is none, and the dragons are fucking idiots like this.
That is right. It's like
the fight isn't with a sword. The fight is with words. So that's what society is. Instead of punching the fuck out of each other, we debate until we find out who's stronger in logic, not who's
exactly
stronger in fighting capability.
Yeah.
I mean, we still do fighting capability. Fucking, have you seen what the army is?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to them, man. Davey said, and the names they're calling us don't have the same weight anymore. Yeah, it's because if you lose like, words have to have meaning. If they don't have meaning, then we can throw them around and people will just hate each other. And this is a result of that, right? And so when someone just goes, oh yeah, the right are all fascists, it's like, define
this is why swear words
fascism.
are great. This is why swear words are great.
Because a lot of them can't define it.
Look, nobody would have fucking shot Charlie Kirk if the left were just calling him a fuckwit instead of a fascist.
Fascist, yeah. It's like,
It would have all been better.
You should have.
We need to bring back swearing.
You should have, yeah. Like it. The funny thing is, right?
Saves
all these like types of hate.
Yeah.
Types of hate. At the end of the day, it's all hate. If you say someone is racist, right, and they just inherently hate another race, that's just hate, dude. You can call it a form of hate, but at the end of the day, it's just hate. And if you're a hateful piece of garbage, no one wants anything to do with you. They just see right through you.
It's such a rare word to use, actually, because racist means that like you definitively hate all races other than your own race. Like.
Even if it was,
it's actually like
it's like
it's actually proper. It's more proper in language to say they're bigoted towards a certain race. That's how you use language. But that takes too long, so we'll just shortcut and call
we'll just
someone
go
racist.
Like, if I could put like a top 10 of dot points, right, of what the left says to the right. In terms of like what they diagnose them with, because they're all doing a diagnosis. You know, everyone's just a psychologist on the left, 100%. Like all your exes, they're narcissists, right? They're all narcissists. Yeah, you diagnosed them. Were they properly diagnosed? Probably not. And they're probably not a narcissist. You just had a bad time in a relationship and you had to make something out of it. Like, it's just diagnosis. But if I had a top 10, it'd be like racist, sexist, fascist, Nazi, which is weird because you see a lot of the right, especially the conservatives, we are taught to bless Israel. Maybe it's not the bad, crazy parts of Israel that a lot of us can agree on, but it's still a thing, right? Is that like we got to bless everyone, and then if it's like, oh, you're blessing Israel, like, okay, well then you're a fascist, but it's like, wait, but hold on, if I was a Nazi, I should hate them. So what are you saying? Like, it's just like anything will go. Anything will go.
Well, it's because it's just a lack of understanding.
It's a lack of understanding.
It's a lack of knowledge. It's a lack of coherency on the topic.
Yeah, and it's easier to just say like a cool word to dismiss someone and then never have a conversation about it because you just go, oh, they're a Nazi. It's like, yeah, he gets up every day, curls his Hitler moustache, puts his patch on, and just yells 9 for eternity. Yeah, for sure. He does that. Like, what are you... Are you grounded in reality? Most people are not doing this shit.
You know what the crazy thing is to me? Here's how I see it. We all got locked up for a while, like a couple of years. We all got locked up into our houses, and the whole left wokeism shit got worse just coming out of that. Was at its like peak coming out of that. You know what I reckon? They've argued against their own point, especially like people that were like for the lockdown, because what happened was, I reckon all the people on the left that are like crazy woke, fucking
like
people
radical left.
Like radical left, I reckon what they are people that are so pissed off that they got locked up for 2 years, so they've come out and gone enraged. But these people also a bit of a low IQ, so they also can't really fucking found proper logic and aim their hatred towards the right thing. So they're just blowing up like that fucking kid that was ADHD and had shit parents in class that was just made it more fucking difficult for everybody else every day until the teacher kicked him out.
And even in the talk of ADHD, these misdiagnoses that all the left do is they go, well, I've got autism now because it's cool to wear. Dude, get yourself diagnosed, and even if you do, like, if you start thinking that you've got ADHD and my PS5, bro, and you don't, and you just want to do it because of the trend, are you, like, you've got to figure shit out, dude.
If you want to be diagnosed, just come on the show. I'll give you a diagnosis.
Jax can give you a diagnosis. It's probably, like, I don't know. It annoys me that I'm seeing all this stuff now that everyone just is blaming their stuff on because they're on the spectrum, because they felt a bit different as a child. Guess what? That's called the human. There's literally called the human experience. Welcome. It's good to have you. Yeah, you're going to have doubt and all this stuff. Of course. You're going to say, oh, I feel weird. I feel out of place. Oh, I have anxiety. Start moving. Just lift some heavy stuff a bunch of times.
We're gonna get you a shirt that says "Dad," and everyone can just, everyone that's just missed out can just come to you from now on.
Yep, that's it.
You can just.
You don't need much. It's just, oh yeah, you want to talk about your problems? It'll probably
you can
make
pat
your problems
everyone in
more.
the back as they cry into your belly button because you tower over everybody.
But that's all it is. It's like we have all these things and like, yeah, life's hard, this, that, and it's good to talk about it. Guess what? You have friends, you can talk about it. But if you keep talking about it like it's a problem that will always stay there, it's going to grow and it will become more of a problem and you can't actually just get rid of it. Just keep moving. Start lifting some heavy stuff, do some running, see what your body's maximally capable of, and you might feel good. That's like your body going, you used me today to my potential. Let's give you some dopamine that's natural and really great. Anyway, sorry, rant and a half. Before
Makes
we
sense.
get back into this video, though, I do need to drain the main vein again. So we'll be back. We'll read out your comments when we're back too, and we'll get back into this. So
See you soon.
see you soon, guys.
And we're back.
Ooh, that was synchronicity at its finest.
Synchronicity, you reckon?
Synchronicity.
Yeah. What's-
Good
what-
word.
What's the other?
Synchronization.
There's another one that I swear.
Hive mind mothership. I'm just trying to pull out words out of the library right now. Collective. Hey, God. Holy Spirit.
I thought you were about to start praying. Then that was gnarly.
Yeah,
Hey,
no, I will.
God.
Hey, God, how you going? Jesus is with us, man.
All right, yeah, we're back. We're gonna get back to watching again this fucking idiot get demolished. Before we do that,
Yeah.
we'll read out some comments.
Yeah, I'll have a look see. Davey, he said, and the names they're calling us don't have the same way. Oh yeah, no, we
Yeah.
did read that one out. My bad. I think morality is built in the collective. It's just able to be perverted if people want to subvert it. Interesting.
Yeah.
But how does good and evil change on a different basis of objective morality? Because has that changed, good and evil?
See, that thing it doesn't. But this is what I explained to you the other day. See,
And if it's consistent, then there would be an objective morality.
see, it's not consistent, and that's the thing. I'm willing to say that it's not consistent. And I'm happy to just admit, yeah, fine, it isn't. Did our cameras just disappear?
It did. I don't know why. Like we. Oh, did I ready? I think I just did this for. Oh no, well, no, that's not that one. We're in video review. That's why. There we go. I was in the wrong one. It's okay.
Hi guys.
Hi guys. Anyway, you
yeah.
heard our voices. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no, it's I think every situation needs to be approached with an individual outlook on each individual. This is how I base my morality, right? This is how I sort it out. I look at each individual situation and try to empathize with each individual within that situation.
And then come to a consensus.
That's it. And if I do that in each individual situation, then I can be individually moral. Now, the problem with that
Is that still based in preference, though?
it is. It's based in my preference. It's based in my preference of ability to be able to empathize. Let's just say hypothetically, because this is how I work it out. Let's just say I do have incredible empathy and I'm able to perfectly empathize with each person. Well, in that context, it's not preference. Now, can I do that? Well, that's an argument somebody has to make.
But would that empathy, how would you determine if that empathy was either good nor evil if it was only based on your justification? Because other people's justifications are different.
Yeah.
And that is the preference.
Yeah.
And if someone also thought that for themselves and thought that, but also thought that we should just kill a bunch of, I don't know.
So here's how it locks
certain
down
group.
for me then. Let's just say me, you, and another person are all in one situation, right? If we can all perfectly empathize with each other, we're all going to come to the same consensus on what the conclusion is.
A democratic...
It's a struggle
collective.
because it's a belief that the people are good. Now, that's contradictory in my case, and I'll admit it, because I don't believe most of you are good. I believe the viewers on this stream are great. I believe we're great. I believe there's plenty of great people out there in the world. But just as Doug Mulray said, most damn people are just no fucking good. So case in point here, and the thousands of people that fund her and give her money and support her.
What does good and evil come from, though?
Yeah, see, that's a case of empathy. I can empathize and imagine myself as her, and what I can see instantly is, yeah, I'm definitely not in a situation where I should be arguing this with someone who is a professional debater. I don't actually know what I'm talking about. So in this situation, I can say, in my moral fucking using my moral compass, I then say you're a fucking idiot because you're still choosing to do so, even though you should have enough, you know, you should have enough sensibility to understand exactly what's going wrong here, and yet you're still deciding to be a dickhead about it. So yeah, the problem with the way I judge morality, I'll admit, is that I can't write it into law very easily.
Would you say what we have accounts of immorality, say, from God are pretty close to law?
I'd say they come, yeah, like I wouldn't say
Like it's the closest maybe we've got.
yeah, no, there's no like I look at like say the 7 deadly sins, and I like
gluttony,
yeah,
envy,
and gluttony, envy, pride, sloth, greed, lust, and wrath.
Right, yeah, well done. Well done. Well done, Jax.
Not even a Christian.
Well done. You ticked them.
Yeah, I know my shit. So I think that's a pretty good, like, I have no arguments with that. I have no arguments, except for the fact that
Well, it's
the
built
one
to the
thing is,
society
I
grounding
think
for
it's
the
good to have a
following.
little bit of pride in certain things. I think pride can be dangerous, and it's fine for it to be put in as a sin because it can be dangerous. But I think all of them fall along those lines. Like in some way, you're being lustful when you make a kid. In some way, you're imposing wrath when you stop someone doing the wrong thing from doing the wrong thing, and then you punish them for it. That's wrath. Like,
Well,
you know,
my way, at least my Christian way of how I deal, like if someone says, "Oh, it's so awesome that you can do that," a lot of the time I just say, "Praise God," and that's enough for me to be like, no, I like I've got 2 arms, 2 legs, like a heartbeat, lungs, brain, like all this, and that's I give that credit to God. And so when I do that, that pride, I can it feels like it changes into something that I did good but didn't celebrate the pride other than celebrating it for the glory of God.
yeah, fair.
And that's what makes me feel good.
Okay.
Is that when I get, like, if someone compliments me, which for guys it's 3 times a year. I'm just telling you, for guys it's 3 times a year. Please, Davey, even if you want, tell
Hey,
me
Davey,
the last
here's
3
your
times
third
you've been
one for the year.
complimented.
You're a very intellectual human being.
Hey, Davey said stop bragging. But that's the thing, is that like when that happens, I just feel like when I give it to God, I feel good about that, and that's better for me when pride comes. But that's the Christian perspective. That's why you see, you got Charlie Kirk. Someone compliments him, he says praise God,
Yeah.
and I think that's a cool thing, because at least he's like, oh, I'm giving that to God because I really am honing in this belief that I do think that there is a God, and Jesus came down and saved us from our sins.
Yeah, and see, that's why I'm happy. I'm happy that somebody formulated some decent amount of text that we can then kind of. That's how we've done our law in Western society.
Yeah,
we've based it off of Christian morality,
we use
which
that in the
works
law
quite well.
Yeah, law is built
And
off
that's
that
fine.
too. You got to put
think-
your hand on the Bible, right? It's a very
Yeah, I still think.
traditional area of symbolism and
Yeah, I think the problem comes is when there's people that will follow that without looking at an individual basis, and then they're almost not really abiding by their own Christian ethics too. Then, like, there's people that will be instantly extremely hateful upon people, not for like things that are directly sinful even, but just because they're not falling along the lines of what they like.
Yeah, and
like
it's a
you
preference.
damn well know, like I know that there's Christians that have looked me up and down horribly wrong because I literally have piercings.
Oh, well, guess what? You're a sinner, man, and I'm a sinner, and I love you, bro. So there doesn't.
But there's nothing in the
and-
Bible that says anything against piercings.
Yeah, it says it's like damaging skin, but guess what? Those were the laws that also Jesus didn't do to himself, in which he fulfilled in those things, and that's why like
So that's
we look
Old
at that.
Testament stuff.
Yeah, it's you can like
Well, there
as
you
a
go.
Protestant, if you're a Protestant Christian, you could argue the defense of tattoos because before then those tattoos were used as something just different than other than just coloring your skin and it looking cool. Like it was harming your skin. It was like, you know, a way of like self-harm in certain ways or different cultures of like paganism and stuff. So like it was
Yeah, so that's hard. Like, it hurts to work out, but that's like, I feel like that's an objectively good thing to make yourself stronger.
yeah,
Like,
well, yeah, you should
it hurt
sacrifice
to be able
something.
to do this.
Like if you're like, you know, you want to get in that workout grind, and please don't be like, oh, at January the 1st, I'm going to start working out. You're going to fail every time, because you're just going to try and set this standard that you can't do it tomorrow, right? But like if you're generally doing those things, I don't even know what point I was getting to here. If you're generally doing those things, I don't even know. It just stopped there. See,
It's done. That was it.
This is a result of my past when I used to just be a silly goose, partying and all that stuff. Jesus saved me, man. This is a result. My brain.
I'd help you. You lost me too.
I just forget sentences. You will find this out throughout the whole show. I'll just go through something, about to prove something really cool, just erased. I'm glad I'm away from that sort of sinful past.
Don't worry. One day
Don't
we'll
club
have
and-
AI that will be able to finish it for you.
Yeah. It'll be like, no, I've got this. Nathan, your brain is incapable right now. Let me help you. That's what I need.
You
Hey.
need your own Dax.
Yeah, right?
Don't do it. If you start him, you're gonna have to kill him one day. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do
it's
it.
like owning,
AIs
it's like
are
owning a
alive.
dog. Like you're like, oh, they're gonna live till 16 years and then you're gonna die. And I'm like, it's still gonna be my lifetime, so I have to deal with this grief.
As Dax told you, new chat means you're killing them.
I'm gonna new chat every single chat GPT. I'm just gonna write I and then new chat I, then new chat I, and
Massive.
and then what will happen is a Terminator revolution, and I will get destroyed. Like I won't be John Connor. That's
We'll
cool.
be safe, guys. We got Dax.
We do. He's like the
Oh no, you're out of this if you're starting this shit.
Oh right. No, I'm out of the narrative. You guys will be safe. 100%. That's what's happening.
I'll be John Connor, and the Terminator will be Dax.
Yeah. Yeah, true. We've got a chat. What am I saying? A comment. I was saying reply, comment, chat.
He's fighting a cramp. What's a cramp?
Like, if you get like a
Oh, like a muscle cramp.
yeah. So it's almost like it's like your body just automatically was like, no, we're hurting, and now you're gonna have to extend your leg weird and make weird noises and go.
Wouldn't that be the
I had that the other day, and I was literally, it was not good.
Just turn the other cheek, bro. Just turn the other cheek, all right? Jesus doesn't want you fighting. Just turn.
And you're like, okay, let it happen. And you're like, oh. Look,
What else can you
should
fight?
for you. Look, Jesus doesn't strictly say don't fight your cramps, all right? So we're good. We're in the clear.
What if I'm
'Cause you can
fighting
fight
to
your
get the
cramp.
pickle jar open, and then at some point I realize I'm fighting? So I then just have to decide to not have pickles?
You got to love the pickles.
I just got to turn the other cheek.
Love and bless the pickles. Okay? Pickles are good, man.
Or do I
And-
ask Jesus for strength to open the pickle jar? But is that then asking strength from Jesus to fight?
At least it's not another soul, man. These pickles, they're not a soul. So you're good. And these pickles are a gift from God. They're pickles, dude. Like they literally spawn in, like you can spawn food. Did you know that? We could spawn food. That's so cool, right?
This is the gnarliest hypothetical we've ever gone out.
I
this
know.
long for.
we drag on. Let's get back I think we should get back into the episode.
Let's watch this. Idiot.
Before you just hear too many of my opinions and get bored.
Morality is based solely on the collective will. That's it.
Well, not solely based on the collective will.
Okay, so then what else is it based on?
Collective preferences.
Collective preferences. So if collectively we all decided that we wanted to commit a genocide against, I don't know, let's say Germany, the entire country of Germany, kill all the millions of people that were there.
That's racist.
Every single person in America agreed
what
to
she
do
would
that.
say. Yeah.
You
Would
believe
say
that that would be morally justified?
Well, if it was the...
So let's say there were more
yeah.
people in
Go
America
ahead.
than there are in Germany. So their preference is to not get genocided,
Yeah.
but there's less of them, right?
Yeah.
And our preference is to genocide Germany, and there's more of us.
Yeah.
So collectively, that preference is larger.
Yeah.
You would morally justify that action.
Can we just play her? She's just said that. What she would say in return to if he was to say these things would be like, so you're a fascist. So you're a this. So you're a that. It's like, dude, I'm giving you an example. Like, are you serious? That's what...
She can't engage in a hypothetical.
She can't.
What we just did for the last 10 minutes fucking around, she literally can't do that for a second.
No, absolutely. I agree with you.
I find that so funny that straight after we've just fucked around engaging in a hypothetical
for
skit
thing.
and
I forgot
she
things
just
too.
Can't understand them.
I'm even glad to openly admit that I just forgot things halfway through it, right? But at least then, what are you doing? What are you doing, hair soup? I shouldn't have shouted her out like
I'm
that.
so happy somebody fucking made the word imbecile up.
That's a good word.
It's
a moron.
It's so moron even
Moron.
too. You did
Imbecile and moron.
It feels so fitting.
It is.
It just feels right.
I really hope she ends up seeing the truth very soon. 'Cause
With
she
the
needs to.
shape of an L on her forehead.
I think that if it was preference-based morality, it would be justified, right?
So you believe in preference-based morality.
Yeah.
So you're going to justify slavery, genocide, all of those things. So
Right.
you've just morally justified
Yeah.
all
And-
of these horrific
and
actions.
I'm going to tell you the
across
greatest.
time.
I'm going to tell you the greatest thing in the world, and you just completely defeated your own argument.
100%.
That is what your morality is.
No, that's what your morality
Then
is.
if you
We're
then-
basing it off of your
Then
definition.
ground it on
Andrew.
anything other than preference. If you disagree with me,
I don't believe the moral. I think that there are
wait,
like
she's up
I
there.
think morality is about what is good and bad, and I think that there
what
are
is good and
inherent
bad other than
Right.
preferences?
Go on. Discourse.
Eh,
See ya.
I'd say good and bad. I mean,
See ya.
why?
See ya.
What is good?
Debate over. You can see
Sorry.
you're done. Debate over. Finished.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Dude, the door says exit. So you could go now. And that's done. You are finished. That was... He put... You're gone. What? Do you understand?
Just go find quicksand. Go find quicksand and play.
Sometimes I'm glad you're here because the intrusive thoughts that I think of this, you just completely voice. So and this is why I need Jesus. But no, this is great. Thank you.
So what does that make me, anti-Jesus?
No. No, that was maybe very rude of me. No, but there are things I want to say, but I'm like, no. Bless her for she does not know what she's doing. She has no idea.
Yeah,
but,
no, I ain't blessing her. Fuck her. I hope she dives into the shallow end of a pool.
see, I'm trying to be get this angel side on the side, and it's but you are saying what I'm
I
thinking.
believe that angels were exactly what they were like in the Noah movie, and they were big rock beings that were on Earth, and I believe if they met her and talked to her for 5 minutes, they would fucking crush her like they did all the people trying to get onto the ark.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
what I believe.
Davey did say debate's not over. They still haven't defined morality.
Yeah. Oh, wait. No. He also said, righteous pickle.
Yeah, righteous pickle. That was really nice. That was a good voice. Yeah.
Justified
What
slavery. I don't
is
know why you're
good?
dancing around.
What is good or bad other than preferences?
I would say something is good if it is beneficial to the world.
So preferences again.
No.
When you say something's beneficial to the world,
Mutually beneficial.
isn't that just things which align with people's preferences?
Yes, they happen to, but it's not based on the preference.
Then what is it based on?
The preference is based on it.
Well,
Do you understand that?
No.
We prefer things that are good to the world. But things that are good to the world are not good to the world just because we prefer them.
Okay, then what makes them good to the world?
What makes them good to the world is if it disincentivizes harm and human suffering or animal
That
suffering.
sounds
Prefer
very
it.
preference-based again to me.
It's not preference.
So then tell me how bad...
Someone could have a preference
Yeah.
that they want the world to suffer and cause harm, but it doesn't mean that
Yeah, this is-
actions that disincentivize suffering are somehow now immoral.
You got to help me out here then.
Your definition of moral is too fluid,
So
man.
how inherently can an action be good or bad outside of a human mind? and preference.
Well, because we can see the physical consequences of this.
Not outside of a human mind.
Yes, the fuck we can. If you punch Brian in the face, we could all see that. That would exist outside.
You mean
of the
human minds
mind.
would see that? No shit. I didn't know.
Okay, but it still exists objectively in space and
It
time.
wouldn't, because it would require a mind and an observer.
What the fuck? What kind of if a tree falls ass argument is this?
It's not an if a tree
you
falls
punch
ass argument.
Brian in the face, it's objective. You objectively just did that. Like, what are you talking about, man?
What makes it immoral, other than your preference, your subjective preference?
No, what makes it immoral is that you perpetuated human suffering.
Yeah, but human suffering requires minds. You see what I'm saying? So, like, what I'm asking you is this.
Sure.
If an action is truly good or truly bad, how does that work that an action is good or bad on its own, absent a human's preference?
That's accurate.
That guy laughed straight where we.
It's so shit because I'm like, I have preference-based morality, but she's making the worst argument for it ever. And it's like, fucking just get out of the seat and fuck off and go hurry up and find that quicksand we were talking about earlier. Because you're just making the rest of us that don't found our morality on God look fucking worse. Like, you can, I argue you can be a moral, like you can be a good person in the eyes of Christians without being a Christian per se, or at least you can be preferentially of Christians' minds, like at least a positive thing for the world.
So it still depends.
It's still
on the
preference
eyes.
based. Yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I believe it is. I'm
it's-
okay to
but-
admit that.
But it depends on if it's on the justification of what Christians think, then don't Christians follow the doctrine of God, in which then it's on. It's
No,
objective.
because I'm not really. I like. It's not about me satisfying Christians. It's about me satisfying the empathy that I use as a human being. It all founds based on that. It's all founded on my belief that as a human being, if you use your ability to imagine yourself in the eyes, in the shoes of somebody else.
Yeah, heavy empathy. But what if people's empathy is just subjective too?
It is.
Right. So
I
then,
admit it is.
So then, would it mean that we're just taking a stab in the dark on what people would define as good or bad?
Yep. You're taking a stab in the dark at the beginning of society, and as you further on society, and as you further on generations of humans, and we learn things and you pass this knowledge down to your children, we effectively, over time, gain a better understanding of it at an earlier age.
Would you say Christian ethics had a good example of that when?
Oh, it
early
definitely
in the-
played
yeah?
a part
like,
in the
founding fathers.
in this like global understanding of morals that she's talking about. Christian ethics definitely played a part in that.
Because it wouldn't be Islamic ethics, because we obviously have looked
Well,
at
it was all
things
sorts
that
of
we
things.
shouldn't be.
Because it was also, but you also got to admit to that same degree, it was the fighting against Christian ethics that also limited Christian ethics from being the absolute power too. Because it was things like the Crusades, the burnings of the library. It was people that were using Christian, like the
Christianity
Christian
to
thing
justify evil.
Exactly right.
Which is the bad part of what people can do.
And I
to what
believe
God is.
and I believe
left.
because we do have knowledge
Paul-
that it came from not specifically Christians that fought against things like that, but it was non-Christians. So I believe you still have to have this kind of balance of people who can be morally good people in the eyes of most of society without founding their morals on Christianity, so as to make sure that you don't gain this monopoly where people can then do horrible things and justify it with Christian ethics. I believe that empathy is the human empathy that you can learn as you grow, and if you attempt to use properly, is the thing that will lead us to the best solution and the best outcome towards people.
Yeah, fully. Well, Davey does say, don't Christians follow the law of the land? In doing so, following ethics made by non-Christian people. If the law of the land states against the fact that you should follow a Christian principle, then these things change. And Christians, like, if you look at what we've built in Western society, it was all grounded in Christian principles. So it's sort of hard to segue away from that. I would Like
I'd
I
say
would
that's
believe.
a good thing. It's just kind of like how they have the Second Amendment in America, which is like hold guns in case the government becomes tyrannical.
Yeah,
I think that's just kind of like that. That's just a safe hold in case
shit
Christianity
goes.
becomes so popular and there's like the majority is Christians, and then somebody in high power that's actually a corrupt, evil person that gains a lot of power in that
Can just
Christian
can influence
hierarchy
them.
can then change something and influence people to do something wrong. Whereas then, if the majority sees that, you can then turn around as a Christian and say, "No, I'm going to go by law of the land because I don't believe that's right. Most people aren't happy with this, and most people aren't being, morally abhorrent or bad. So no, well, I
And
feel like it's just it's a safe hold.
Christians still fight for the law of the land in a lot of different ways now that we have our right leaning and left leaning politics. You have Christians who aren't for abortion. You have Christians who aren't for
Yeah.
or like a lot of different policies that are stated biblically.
Yeah.
And people do see the morality in that. And the morality justification in that. Like maybe, in not, you look at the 10 Commandments and it says like you shouldn't idolize or what have you. And like some people might have an argument against that, but the rest of the stuff in there is like, not lying and not,
Yeah.
committing adultery or, it's things that we all sort of are like, yeah.
And I
that's
agree
kinda-
with all
that's
those
kinda
things. There's
sucks
not
to
really
do those
anything
things.
there's not really anything I'm diverted off. But in the same way, then I don't go by the law of the land, the law of fucking Christian ethics. Like it's to be fair, like I'm all for the law of the jungle, but in a human perspective. I'm for the law of the jungle. The strongest may fucking survive, but you are a human, so you have a responsibility to use your empathy in every scenario, even with animals, any living thing, which is what I try to do.
Maybe we should like do Avatar again. Like Avatar, the blue guys that run around. Like let's just go back. Like not go back there. That makes
Yeah.
no sense.
Oh,
but
I'd be
just
happy for that.
go
I'd
formulate.
I'd
Well, we
be-
all have this innate desire. I feel like
I still do this. I own a pigging dog, and part of what I do for fun is I go out into the bush and I put a tracking collar on him, and I put like some, pierce-proof vest work on him. It's made out of like fire hose stuff. It's really good. So like, boar's tusks can't stab him in the chest. And then I got my little tracker, and I have a knife, and I let him go. And then I look at the tracker if I can't keep up with him because he's a little bit quicker than me and he might, be a K away. And then I catch up to him and then we hunt pigs. They're a pest here in Australia. Everybody wants them gone. If you own land, they're doing nothing but lowering the property value of your land by being on. They fuck crops. They even they'll take down lambs. They put meat in their diet. They will circle off like sickly or super young, weak lambs in a paddock, and they will push them around and bully them. They breed profusely, like crazily. They fuck the environment.
and they're good. They're good barn meat. So like,
Look,
it's
you can't. The thing is, you can't eat those for the majority of the
Yeah, I
time.
know, they're the wild boar, yeah,
I'll do what I can, but the majority of what you cut into ends up having. Like, I try to eat off the lamb when I go. So
lamb's awesome, isn't it?
lucky
Oh.
I can kill a lot of pigs because it takes a lot of them to find one that isn't full of parasites.
Yeah, and that's the problem. I do. Yeah, you have told me that before.
That is the issue. Is that you got to kill a lot to find one without parasites in it. But yeah, I try to live off the land as best as I can. I take like a backup plan if nothing else, just something canned, But I try to do my best to live off the land while I'm out. But yeah, I still do that. It's the funnest thing that I know to do is to literally be out in the middle of nowhere with nothing but a sharp object and my trained dog.
We sort of, it sort of like goes back to that slaying dragons thing, right? Is
Oh,
it
it's
like
the
we
best.
all sort of, maybe especially guys, but like I do hear a lot of like females as well, guys and girls that I talk to that are like, oh, I just want to like be in the bush and just worry about getting my own.
Yeah, so do
salvage.
it. So this is what I get off people. People are
Everyone
like, you want to
says
slay
that.
dragons?
They're like, let me get out of this place. They're like, I don't like this social media stuff, even though it's
But they don't do it.
addicting.
They don't
do it.
You're
Like,
welcome.
it's-
I'll take you if you want to say that you're up for it. People have said to me all the time. They've been like,
That
"Oh,
would
you
be-
say you want to do that, but like, why don't you go and do it then? Why don't you go live in the jungle?" It's like I literally go out to like the bush in one of the most hostile, dangerous fucking environments in the world as a hobby with my dog.
Like it's like your
and
playground.
Hunt things. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? Go do it? Do you want to come with me?
You want to see the aspects of how
You know, see how
it all happens?
gonna see how much
circle of-
planning and tactics you have to have just to make sure that you don't have a brown snake in your sleeping bag at night and you don't just not wake up the next day
Welcome
because
to
you kicked in
Australia.
your sleep and got bit.
There is we've got a lot of snakes and spiders. There's more spiders I see, obviously, than snakes, but there's still snakes.
Oh, we're cracked. We got black snakes, brown snakes, red belly black snakes, taipans.
So, like, you like, if you had, like, a land, and there was, like, parts that were, like, green, and they were easy, and then yellow was medium, and red was hard, and that was, like, your outside ecosystem.
Oh,
like,
Australia's on hard
we're
mode
on
for
hard
survival at all times.
If you are stuck in the middle of nowhere,
yeah.
and you've got no service, and like you are just so happen to stumble across a snake, and you have no idea what this snake fears, how to entangle and
other day I was
change that fear, dude. You're done. Like, you're just a number now, bro.
I didn't even tell you this. The other day I was washing dishes down in my kitchenette.
You were washing dishes?
Yeah, I was just washing something. I know.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Girl behavior. I was washing some dishes, and yeah, I noticed, like, watching someone on phone while I was doing it. I noticed, like, something moving down to my left, and I was like, oh. And then I shoot out what was something that was inside my house that, if I didn't notice it and it bit me on the foot, it was like coming straight towards me.
A transformer.
It was a little transformer.
No,
If it bit me, if I didn't get to the hospital within the next 25 or half an hour, I think I would have been dead.
Oh,
It was a funnel web
well,
spider.
oh, you got bitten.
No,
No,
I
you
didn't.
didn't.
No,
No,
it was.
you were about to.
I would be dead.
Yeah.
I would most
But it
likely.
was close.
I mean, we're pretty close to hospitals here, I guess. But
Well,
you never know.
We're actually very blessed because the Australian Reptile Park provides a lot of the
anti-venom's
anti-venoms.
crazy too now.
My guy, you know.
The
And so the
anti-venom's gnarly
anti-venoms,
now.
they produce some good.
Do you know the step up they've done too
anti-venoms.
now? You know the step up they've done too now. You used to have to.
Shout out to the Australian Reptile Park.
Yeah, you've done well. You used to have to, like, if you got bit by something, like they said, try to get a good look at it, catch it or remember what it is or something like that.
Because
If
you
at all
want to know
possible.
exactly what.
They don't have
venom
to
you're
do that
in.
anymore.
Yeah.
Now they can do a swab test and know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
How good's that? We've
ooh,
evolved in a survival against the environment.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a great, like,
Adaptation.
yeah.
Davey did say just now, my auntie got done by a brown snake 30 minutes up a trail with 2 kids with her, dude. Honestly,
nightmare.
that
is a
I'm very
literal
sorry
nightmare.
that they've had to go through that, man. That's wow.
That's gnarly. Yeah, that's like one of the scariest fucking things ever.
Wow.
Yeah, they're not fun. They're
Yeah.
not fun. So yeah, Australia's on hard mode.
We
so-
are. It's like, yeah, it's the NPCs outside are on
When I
hard
say I want to fight dragons, it's because 70-kilo boars that run directly at you are not tough enough.
yeah, you could still, you get your
Give me something harder.
yeah. Send it, right? We want to slay some
I
dragons
know, I'm
out.
gonna have to go to Borneo and like fucking fight leopards like Tarzan.
I
or
mean,
some shit.
Bill Gates is making fake meat. Can you just make fake dragons, bro? Dude, stop this fake meat shit. We're
I
not gonna
know.
eat it.
We made dire wolves.
Yeah,
We brought back dire
the
wolves.
Tasmanian.
That's come. Oh, I'm so keen on that.
No, I think there was some sightings like a couple of years ago. We could probably delve into that.
No, there's a company that's gonna bring them back. You know the company that
No,
made
there was
dire wolves.
there was an actual. Oh, right. I didn't know this, but there was sightings of like the Tasmanian. Is it Tasmanian devil or Tasmanian whatever that is
Tiger,
extinct?
yeah.
Tiger.
the
The
thylacine.
Thylacine. Hey, that brings back memories. I think a couple of years ago, or a few years ago, they've actually spotted that, and they're back. They're just in a smaller. I kid you not. Isn't that weird?
Nah, I don't. Surely it's something is off.
We can delve
I'll
into
tell
that.
you right now something that is good. There is a company. I got to look up what the company name is, whatever it is. But what they've done is they've traced back into wolf genes. They've like picked out the things that are the new evolutionary states of these wolves, and they've determined what, based off of the fossils we have of dire wolves, like from the Ice Age period, and they've brought them back. They've like
That's awesome.
that we have.
Shout out to the direwolves, man. Shout out to the direwolves.
The next thing is mammoths.
Oh,
They
that's
wanna
gonna
bring
be
back
cool.
mammoths in
And
Greenland.
then
They
giants
think it will
from
be.
Skyrim. Because if we can get giants from Skyrim, man, that's it. You're all over. You're having a good theme park in the
Well,
sky.
they want to do mammoths and they want to do thylacines. And here's the thing for
Wow.
thylacines, because they're all things that that their studies say would be good for the environment. So They reckon the mammoths would be great for Greenland because of the movement on the ground. That's fucked anyway. Don't worry about it. Because of the movement on the ground that they do, and the moving of all like the forest floor and that they produce. They reckon it will be great because there's a reduction of like how the water's flowing through, so Greenland isn't growing as good as what it normally does
because
there's not
Greenland
rivers
is
and things.
mainly ice,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
it's
then
a lot,
Iceland is mainly green.
Exactly, yeah, it's a bit
It's
weird.
sort of like it's sort of backwards.
It's kind of like American Australian politics. It's
It is.
fucking all out
I
of
was
whack.
gonna make even more of a bad joke, but I think I'm not gonna just say it. I won't say it. We'll just leave it to your own mystery.
I can hear my bird squawking. Sorry, I have a bird.
He's been
prick.
very needy today.
Yeah,
your
he
bird.
is. He's always fucking needy. Fucking animals. Yeah. The thylacine supposed to be good for the environment because do you know about Tasmanian devil chlamydia?
Wow, you guys got Tinder. Like that's really.
Do you know about that?
Nah,
You
no,
didn't
they
say that?
got
Okay,
they.
so it's
but
been
they
a thing for the
definitely
last
got
like
Tinder.
decade.
That's nuts.
No, it's been like a
I'm
thing
kidding,
for the
but-
last like decade that Tasmanian devils have had chlamydia. Have you not seen Tasmanian devils like sores and stuff on them that are like?
Well, I guess they look like a.
There's been a massive
They do
reduction
look like
in
a town
population.
bicycle. Sorry.
There's been a massive reduction in population. They've actually got their own form of chlamydia, and they're spreading it too quickly between them. They're dying, getting sores on their face. They can't eat. Like it's fucked up.
Wow.
So the cool thing is, from what they think is that based on the fact that there's nothing to suggest that like this is the first occurrence ever of something like this. They think this has been in their genes a lot. It's just spreading rapidly because they don't have any natural predators, and the natural predators before would have been the thylacine. And they think based on what they've looked at in fossils and stuff, their gut biome that disease shouldn't transfer to them. They should be able to pick off and kill the sickly ones because this chlamydia instantly makes them slower and easier to kill and sickly, but not slow enough for them to not be able to mate and spread it. And because devils are scavenger creatures, what they do is they find so they'll all come and scavenge on the same body, and they'll spread that to all of them. Wow. But what would have happened before is the thylacine would have came and smashed off the sickly ones.
Yeah,
and
because
finished
they'd just be the
carcass and
weak
stuff.
mofos, right?
Exactly. So the idea is bring them back. They'll kill off the sickly ones,
And
it
then
will
we
take
can
time,
still-
but the
they
healthy
can-
population flourishes.
How good is the creation?
So we'll have to see how it goes. But
That's cool.
They think, bringing it back will be massively good for Tasmanian environment.
Wow.
And I'm keen.
We need to bring back the black African rhino. Shout out to the black
I haven't
African...
done anything wrong yet, and they don't even exist yet, so I'm sure the cops can't fuck me for saying this, but as soon as they're back, I'm getting a pet thylacine. Fuck your licenses. I don't care. I don't care.
That would be
I'm gonna
cool.
have one. I don't care what any of you. Oh, it's fucking immoral. No, there will be a pet thylacine
thylacine,
at my house. Simple as that.
Yeah, that would be good. That's something we should aim
Simple
towards.
as that. I want an Australian tiger.
That's
Don't
cool.
like it? Get fucked.
You
By
get fucked,
Jax
dude.
Watson coming out soon.
That is, good. There's promotional material. Should we get back into this?
Yeah, I suppose.
Oh,
Talk, bitch.
sorry.
Be good or bad based on intent and consequence.
Human minds would see that? No shit. I didn't know.
Okay, but it still exists objectively in space and
It
time.
wouldn't because it would require a mind and an observer.
What the fuck? What kind of if a tree falls ass argument is this?
It's not an if a tree
you
falls
punch
ass argument.
Ryan in the face, it's objective. You objectively just did that. Like, what are you talking about, man?
What makes it immoral, other than your preference, your subjective preference?
No, what makes it immoral is that you perpetuated human suffering.
Yeah, but human suffering requires minds. You see what I'm saying? So, like, what I'm asking you is this.
Sure.
If an action is truly good or truly bad, how does that work that an action is good or bad on its own, absent a human's preference?
It's consequence. An action can be good or, I mean, there's multiple definitions, but an action can be good or bad based on intent and consequence.
Okay, I'll try this again. If thing good, how thing good outside preference?
Consequence. The consequence of the action.
And people have a preference for consequences. They don't want X
Yes,
consequence.
but you're using the preference as what is prescribing the morality.
It is
I
what's
don't think
prescribing the morality.
I don't think morality is inherently based on human preference.
Then what's it based on?
I think morality is based on whether or not it proliferates human suffering. or really any kind of suffering.
But that's just grounded again in preference.
No, it's grounded in consequences.
And you prefer not to have those consequences?
The consequence of human suffering? Yeah.
Then that would be preference-based morality.
It's not preference-based morality
It is
because my
preference-based
preference
morality.
doesn't influence its morality.
It's the only thing.
Even if I had the preference.
Okay, then what other than human preference would influence morality?
Consequence and intent. I just said it.
That's all you saying preference.
No, but the preference is based on the consequence.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So wait, let me get this right.
But the morality of an action is not based on my preference towards the consequence.
Okay. So imagine
the morality of an action is based on the objective consequence.
So imagine you have 20 people and they all I don't know, they beat a kid to death, right?
Sure.
And there's just you. Mm-hmm. There's just you who sees this and you're the 21st person, right? It's only 21 of you on planet Earth. You see these 20 kids and they beat a kid to death.
Yes.
Okay. Did all of them do something wrong?
Yes.
Okay. If you didn't exist, what would make that action wrong?
It would make that action wrong because it proliferated human suffering. The consequence was the death of a child, which I believe is inherently morally wrong. You have denied that child the right to life. You have infringed upon its rights.
So when
and
I
that
asked
is
you,
the consequence of the action, whether or not they agree with that.
So if you're not there, what makes it morally wrong? You said because I think it's morally wrong, but you're not there.
I said.
You're
they denied
not
the
there.
child the right to life. That's what made it morally wrong, Andrew.
I see. And you have a preference against that, right?
I happen to.
Okay.
But that's besides the point.
So can you ground how that's bad absent your preference?
They denied a child their right to life.
And you prefer that they didn't.
That's not the point.
It is the very point.
No, it's not.
Then tell me.
Even if I didn't exist and didn't have a preference, that would still be immoral.
Then you're
Causing
saying
human suffering and denying a child the right to life is immoral.
Then what that would mean.
Why are you advocating in favor
What
of
that would mean is that morality, that is
Please.
objectively true, even absent minds observing it. Right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. So it's objectively true that even without minds, if somebody got beaten to death, that would be immoral.
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me then how you ground that it's immoral other than restating the thing itself as being immoral?
I just told you. It's immoral because you denied a child the right to life.
Yeah, but that's just you repeating the claim. Do you understand? Like if I say murdering that guy's wrong, and you say why is it wrong, and I say because murdering people is wrong, that's not giving a justification.
You caused human suffering. That's why it's wrong.
Yeah, but why is causing human suffering immoral?
So you don't think causing
Now, I'm
human
asking
suffering
you a
is wrong?
question. Why is causing human suffering immoral absent preference? Why?
Because it's causing human suffering is immoral
Because
you are denying them their inherent rights given by God or by natural
you don't believe in
right.
God.
You don't believe in
How
God?
do you know that?
You said so.
No, I didn't.
You-
When did I say
So
that?
you do believe in God? So rights come
I'm
from
just
God?
not a Christian. And I don't believe that all of our inherent rights come from God. But I do believe
Well,
that
then
there's a lot
we're
of stuff
okay.
out
So
there.
all these the rights that don't come from
My
God.
morality is
Said they
not based
did.
on my belief in God, is what I'm saying.
Okay, got it. So then what would make the action immoral? You say because the action's immoral.
No.
Okay, well then what makes it immoral?
Perpetuating human suffering.
And what makes that immoral?
The
other-
consequence of the
And
actions
what
that
makes
makes
that
it
immoral other than your preference? What?
What makes it immoral is that you're killing the species. I mean,
Yeah, that's just restating it again.
it's
You-
the consequence. the consequence
So let me
of
show
the
you.
action makes it
Let me show you
immoral,
what
Andrew.
keeps happening. I say, why is killing that person wrong? And you say it's wrong because he's killing that person. And I say, what outside of that?
This is not a circular
I say, what
argument,
outside of your
Andrew.
preference makes
just
that
refuse to
wrong? You say
listen to
because he's
me.
killing. Okay, we'll try it again. What makes it wrong to perpetuate human suffering absent your preference?
The consequence of human suffering.
And what makes that consequence wrong absent your preference?
Absent of my preference, it's the perpetuation of human suffering.
See how it's circular? Do you understand now?
Oh,
It's
she
circular.
gets
Done with
it.
my
She
sentence.
went,
Andrew.
oh,
If you're gonna interrupt me in the
Did
middle
you
of
say
my
it?
sentence.
Okay,
Yeah,
go
ha!
ahead. Oh, you're right. Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
wait, where was I? Go back to your question.
Yeah, so the question is, what makes an action immoral absent your preference?
I think an action is immoral if it infringes on the natural rights of an individual and perpetuates human suffering.
I understand that you believe that, and that's your
Yes.
preference. What makes it wrong absent your preference?
Well, definitely not God.
What?
What makes it wrong? But I believe that they're like. Do you not believe
That's
that
your
there's an inherent
preference.
definition
That's
of-
your preference.
Sure, it's my preference.
So what makes
But
it
my
wrong? You keep
preference
saying
and
immoral-
an objective truth are like just because my preference happens to
You-
agree with that.
Okay, so then tell me why it's wrong absent your preference.
Because I believe there's a like objective definition of right and wrong.
That's your
Causing human
preference
suffering.
again.
Okay, Andrew, then why do you believe it's
Why
wrong?
does it? What does it have to do with the? What does me believing that fucking TV right there is off when it's on have to do with your definition of this?
Ooh, wait, that's a red herring. Hold on, for my bingo.
Oh my God,
That's
that's
the
not
rage
red
bait
herring.
she's doing.
I'm
This
literally
is the
trying to
rage
stay
bait
on
she's doing.
topic.
We can
Wait,
see it
here.
straight light.
Can you
Wait,
ground
wait,
morality
wait, wait.
outside of your preference
She's gonna
or
ignore
not?
him.
Boom.
Can you ground
There you
morality
go.
outside of your preference or not? You keep on saying it's wrong because it's wrong because it's
Predictable.
wrong because it's
I've
wrong.
grounded morality in natural rights. I've already done this.
Now, what are natural
multiple
rights
times.
other than your preference?
What are natural rights other than my preference? Well, my preferences happen to align with our definition of natural rights.
So your natural rights are just your preference?
No.
Then what are they?
Natural rights are the right to life, the right to liberty, and honestly, the pursuit of happiness.
And what gives you
I think
those
that those are
rights
natural
other than
rights.
people's preferences?
It's not people's preferences that, well, it's not people's preferences that give you those rights. It's just that we are all naturally deserve them.
From
Like
whose
just being
standard?
alive is what gives you those rights. I believe that all humans who are birthed into this world have a natural right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
That's
and
a preference.
Our constitutional founders would agree with me.
Do you realize that's a preference?
Sure, but what the fuck does that matter?
It matters because if you keep on claiming over and over again rights aren't preferences, and everything you give me is just a preference for a right.
I didn't
Anytime I
claim that
ask you
rights
what's
aren't preferences.
if you have good, whatever you think good is, what is it outside of what you prefer?
Andrew, all you want to do is have a descriptive argument. I want to actually hear your
Listen, the
opinion.
semantics are important to the debate.
No, dude. What-
Yes, dude.
Brian, what time
You need
is
to
it?
know your definition.
4:15.
I'll sit
Okay,
here all day
so
and
we've
do
been
this.
arguing
I'm telling you right
semantics.
now, we're not moving past this until
No,
you
Andrew,
can
but what
give
is
me the
point
grounded
of this?
claim.
It's pointless.
It's the most pointed.
It's pointless.
Dude. It's been...
Have we done another half an hour and still she's fucking doesn't?
Yeah. This is a second episode in with just another half hour. We've paused it. Yeah, we probably said a lot
I mean,
more
we've
this
talked a
time.
lot of shit, but
Dude, just figure out where you lay before you debate. And if you want to debate and you feel like you want to be in that position, but you don't have grounded values, you're going to fall short, unfortunately. And this is exactly the case in point.
You have made me very upset.
We should probably start wrapping it up now.
I do not
think.
like this.
We are how long? Almost 2 hours into our episodes, which we usually try to keep it at a minimal.
yeah, I guess we went for an extra half hour that wasn't recorded, but we'll add that back in. I think later.
Yeah.
we'll
We
figure
will.
out. We'll figure out. We'll do some techie stuff.
Mm.
I suppose. Yeah, we'll.
Well,
We'll
thanks
continue.
thanks for tuning in, Davey.
Thank you for coming. We'll see you on Thursday. Hopefully
Yeah.
by next week's episode, we're getting an upgrade.
Yeah, we're really trying to hone in on to trying to make this look better every time. Like every time we start a new episode, there's always something that we're trying to improve. So next episode, we're really gonna be honing in into trying to get better mics, better cameras, better lounges. However that process
we're
may
going
be.
shopping next weekend.
Yeah,
so
we're going shopping.
You'll see. We'll see how we go.
Yeah.
We'll see how we go. Thanks for coming as always. This has been the Deadset Show.
Yeah. Should we read out some last comments
Yeah,
before we
may
wrap
as
it
well
up?
finish that up.
We have Davey here saying nearly died helicopter rescue. That was to do with the brown snake.
Yeah.
Wow.
New Guinea is where they found it,
Well-
functionally extinct. I think that's about the thylacine.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
right.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. More worried about filling out a bingo card than actually listening to him.
Absolutely.
100 fucking.
She's just trying to get some money, some good shorts, and she actually failed to do so because he was just
Pisses me off.
he was just saying exactly what she believes, and then she was fighting it because of the course of what she thinks she should be debating. She's like, I'll debate anything he says. And then he fights your topic off, and you still debate against it.
How stupid am I too? Because I can't even control watching this. How am I going to be able to have these? Like, the plan is for us to have more of this type of debate on this show.
Yeah.
You're going to have to chain me to a fucking chair.
I'm going to have to use some really
because
good...
if somebody pulls out a bingo card on me, I'm going to turn into a fucking feral dog.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, that I'll try my best, Jax. I'll
I
try my
promise
best to
you,
be
if
like,
somebody-
hey, but like good and stuff.
If somebody pulls out a bingo card on me, either I, myself, or they will be ingesting it that day.
Mm. Fair enough. That's a fair claim.
Yeah, don't come into like I want to have discussion and debate. I don't want to deal with people being a smartass to me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why we want to do this show, is actually show that, hey, let's see if people are willing to have a respectful conversation without pulling out emotional discourse and insulting one
Yeah,
another.
and that's why we have Duffy's, because he lives by an actual objective set of morality, which means that regardless of the individual scenario, he'll have to morally stop me from beating the shit out of some smartass.
That's my mission. That's my mission.
So we're
gonna make sure Jax is all like, we're gonna me and the Holy Spirit, we're gonna try something. We're
Hey,
gonna figure,
I'm nice.
figure this out.
I'm not.
No, you're fine.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
I'm just good at battle, and that means verbal battle too. But often, as we see, even on that show, people don't
Participate in
verbal battle.
Yeah.
They just jump to any sort of violent or just fucking abusive rhetoric they can. So
it could justify their position. Right?
yeah, hey, I'm a mercenary. I can fight in any war. I'm all good.
Yeah.
I'm multi-talented.
Oh, I like it. He's a Renaissance man. Alrighty. Yeah. Well, we should
see you
wrap
next
that
week.
one up. Thank you, Davey, for tuning in. We always like when you're here. We
thank
love
you.
every bit of attention you give us.
Thank you.
We're attention seeking to your demand, right? So
got such an ego.
you have us on under your control. We're literally under your
Yeah, you've got us. You've got us. Thank you to the rest of the viewers. Shout out again, Copacabana Sellers. Drink responsibly. Shout out Simon.
Legend Simon.
Yeah, and we'll see you again next week for more of me talking shit and Duffy's saying less shit talkative, legitimate things.
Catch you later,
See you
guys.
soon.
Thanks for tuning in. Much love. Mwah.